So one question that I had before listing my RV, and I'm sure probably many people have the same question, is what happens if the RV is trashed by the renter? I can tell you, after renting out RVs since 2018, maybe the RV doesn't get trashed, depending on your definition, of course, but it most certainly is going to sustain damage. So in this video, I'm going to share my worst booking ever and the experience I had and how I handled it. So in 2018, I purchased my very first RV, which was a 32-foot motorhome Class C with one slide out. The peer sharing marketplace was kind of new still, and RVshare as a platform was still new. So I just went on the website, looked at some of the instructions they had for creating a listing, and just followed that. I wanted to get a quick booking, so I enabled the instant book feature, which promises to increase your visibility in search rankings. So within a few days, I received a notification that my RV had booked. So I thought, cool, perfect. So I reached out to the renter, and the contact person informed me that she was a representative of a production film company, and they were using the RV to do some filming in Philadelphia and just wanted to shuttle the crew between sets. She also informed me that they had hired a driver to actually drive the RV and shuttle the crew in between sets. So I thought, perfect, no problem. They paid for the dump fee, the cleaning fee, and the additional day that they weren't even going to use for the 2-day required minimum booking. So she told me that she would give my information to the driver and that he would contact me later in that day, which he did. So the driver showed up. He seemed like a nice guy. He informed me that he had experience driving big box trucks. So I thought, perfect, he'll be able to drive the RV with no problem. He let me know that the RV was just needed till about 6 or 7 is what they told him, and that he would give me a call on his way back. So around 5:45 p.m., I got a call from the driver saying he was on his way back and that everything was good, but that there was a little issue and he'd show me when he got back. So when the driver showed up, I immediately saw on the driver's side in the rear that part of the back panel had torn a little bit, and I could kind of see it hanging off. And then I also noticed that there was a gash on the upper right-hand side in the panel. He let me know that he had scraped a wall when he was pulling out of the first location. And then to reposition the RV, he backed up and hit a pole, and that dented the bumper. So then he took me to the other side of the RV and basically did the same thing at the next location. So then we went inside the RV, and immediately when I walked in, I could smell cigarette smoke, marijuana smoke. And then I noticed that there were burnt joints and blunts on the floor with crumbs of marijuana all over the floor. There were liquor bottles that were empty in the sink, and there were food wrappers and food crumbs everywhere. And then I noticed that there was hair on the floor, a lot of hair. And he informed me basically that came from the barber shop that they had set up inside the RV. He went on to explain that the production company was really a bunch of people doing a rap video, and in between sets, they were just partying in the RV. So after the initial shock of what had happened wore off, I didn't really know what to think. Should I be angry? Should I cuss the guy out? But he was, very nice and apologetic. So I just had him sign the departure form, and I took as many photos as possible, and then he was on his way. I had another booking scheduled in 5 days, so I wanted to get this resolved as quick as possible. I didn't want to, cancel the other booking, but I also didn't want the exposed areas of the RV to sustain any damage from the weather elements, because it was going to rain in a few days. So I did some research, looked on YouTube on how to do, RV body work, and got started. Within a few days, I had pretty much everything sealed up and painted, and everything was repaired. So it was good enough to go out for the next booking. I got an estimate for $4,500 from a body shop, and then the insurance adjuster approved it. A check was then sent out to me. They did inform me, though, that because of the nature of the accident and how it happened, they considered those two separate events. And so each event or incident required a different deductible. So the deductible from the first incident was subtracted from the security deposit. And then the second incident was charged another security deposit to the renter, which of course they disputed and then they denied. So the insurance company only paid a portion of what the damage estimate was for that side. So my takeaway from this experience really was just that not to get emotionally attached to these RVs, and also keeping in mind that as long as the RVs were safe, clean, and in good working order, they didn't have to be perfect in order to be successful on the platform and continue to earn income. And needless to say, I also learned to be cautious of production companies. And this is the reason why I decided to not use the instant book feature anymore. I just think that part of the screening process is the initial phase of interacting with the renter, potential renter, and engaging in the messages back and forth. You get a real good feel of whether or not you want to work with this person or not. So hopefully this information was helpful in some kind of way and you got some value out of it. If so, hit the like button and consider subscribing. Also, if you have a question or a comment, leave that in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for supporting the channel. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.